Man, now I've got 2 arrows I need to make over again.
Oh, I'm starving.
I know, I'm trying to fix that, in fact. I'm not a huge fan of horror movies, if I'm honest. I mean, I can watch them. I'm not, like, spooked by them. But I can appreciate, like... I definitely like a good thriller. I like thrillers a lot.
I can't feel my hands.
Have to manage your sleep schedule? I mean, you do and you don't. I choose to. Oh, damn. Yeah, Fire Striker it is. Just because it's good to kind of plan your day where you're out during the warmer part of the day and when it's lighter and you have more visibility. You know, versus getting
so
stuck
cold.
being
Warming up
awake all night long when it's at its coldest and darkest.
Perfect.
Ooh, we might not get this up to temp, but it might get close. Who's this guy with no shirt on? 2, 1. Come on. Come on. Alright, fine. I'll give you 1 more lump of wood. Thank you so much.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
And that's when the bear spawned right on top of me. I do like some good sci-fi, that's for sure. But sci-fi, it's like, it's gotta still be relatable though, you know? It's, you know, sci-fi elements are super fun and can like expand your like storytelling capabilities by a lot. But when you go too deep into the weird cerebral like futuristic alien stuff, then it becomes just like I can't follow anything. Like I haven't been able to watch The Expanse because like I feel like I would understand the politics of it and everything. It's like a space Game of Thrones in that way, but at the same time, like there's a lot of it that I can't really follow. Yeah, it is on sale. It's part of the Steam Summer Sale for, oh my gosh, what did Raph say? Like a quarter of the price? It's definitely worth it. Yeah, 75% off. Like PvE games? I feel like I always end up liking PvE games more than I expect to. Like if somebody asked me if I like them, I'd probably say no, and yet once I'm actually playing them, I usually really like them. Because I've always been into just single player RPGs, so like it's not massively different in concept, I suppose. Oh my god, can you cook a little bit faster here? I don't know if I'll make it 24 minutes. I suppose I could be tempted to copy tail. No, I think I'm good. I don't think I'm dropping at 1 calorie a minute, am I? Actually, maybe it's 2 calories a minute. Either way, it should be fine. Got it! Clutched it. Yeah, I had like 25 calories left in my tum. I could probably harvest this guy a bunch too. He's 6 kilos? Why? I have never...
I've never felt so cold in my life.
Thank you for trying to finish my sentence, Astrid. I'm glad that you feel like we're that close, but you were so wrong. I've never seen a gray wolf over 5 kilos. That's nutty. I'm literally clipping it. I'm literally clipping it. I don't know if I'd consider... I mean, it sort of has some sci-fi elements. I mean...
Do I, if I don't warm up soon?
It does have such, like... I don't know. A little bit of kind of, like... sober realism and grit to it, but at the same time, the Aurora stuff is all very, like... supernatural feeling in a way that the story kind of suggests that there's a scientific explanation, so. Well, the other part that's cool about the story is that, at least that I think, you don't really know if the apocalypse is
So cold.
global or if it's
I'll lay down for a
contained
bit.
to Great Bear Island. Like if it's like another ice age, or if it's just that this island has, I don't know, been merged into the ice caps or something. But no, there's definitely some to do with, like, you know, solar flares, you know, the effects of like a solar flare and Aurora Borealis. It has an effect on the wildlife that I think is very sci-fi-ish. Has sci-fi elements. Oh, I mean, you can have a natural apocalypse. It's not like it's not a, well, man, I don't know, maybe man-made, who knows? The story's unfinished, so there's a lot of questions around. But what I like about TLD is the same thing that I liked about, like, Game of Thrones or Stranger Things. I mean, I wouldn't say Stranger Things really fits this anymore, but, like, there's supernatural or sci-fi-ish elements or, like, magical elements that are so subtle and so abnormal to the characters in the story that it feels almost more plausible. Like, I mean, for example, like, in Game of Thrones, like, you're reading through this whole book, like, from the perspective of, you know, being in the 21st century, and it reads almost like historical fiction, where even though it's kind of a different, you know, like a different Earth, it's still virtually identical to our, like, Dark Ages or medieval era. Until weird things just gradually start to happen, and you start to wonder, like, oh, are they, you know, you hear about all these different, like, religious beliefs that they have, and different, like, events that start to coincide with their religious beliefs, and you get to the point where you're starting to wonder, like, oh, is this just the way that they're interpreting something totally natural and explainable by science, or is magic really starting to introduce itself to this fictional world, rather than something like, you know, Harry Potter, where you do start out into the real world and then boom, there's an entire second universe that is pure magic. Like, Stranger Things is nuts. But I feel like they did a really good job of, like, making it feel like Eleven and all of her powers were a result of, you know, scientific experimentation on that, like, that theory of the, like, unreachable percentage of your brain 90%, 10%, whatever they say. Like, I feel like that tidbit got debunked at some point, but like, you know, that maybe we do have some kind of telekinetic abilities that we just don't know how to access yet, right? It makes it feel so much more like almost attainable in the real world, right? That's the stuff that I like. I feel like it gives you all the same feelings of if you were really discovering something totally fantastical and unexplainable. 3 more days, I know, Ronan! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And yeah, this, so it's... the setting of this game, it's called Great Bear Island. It's a remote island in Canada, so, I mean, Canada, most of us will agree is a real place. But Great Bear Island isn't. It's... Parts of it are inspired by, like, Vancouver, BC, but I feel it's very, like, kind of culturally and geographically similar to Prince Edward Island, also in Canada. And how it's kind of a remote, tight-knit community, and also cold as fuck when it wants to be. Didn't know whether it was a sci-fi or horror. Stranger Things? Yeah, it's kind of both, isn't it? It's kind of got its horror elements that, again, aren't overdone, so they're effective, right? But at the same time, there's, you know, these secret facilities, these secret underground facilities, and, like, you know, Soviet involvement and all that junk. I like it. I like that stuff. I like the meeting of different genres. Personally. Alright, we cooked a bunch of stuff. Oh, right. Did I ever finish? I did not. Should be able to get most of this, if not all. I'm gonna tank it. Got it.
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
I know that wolves have a quicker respawn rate, but I'm really starting to feel like that bear could show up any minute. Yeah, it's both, but it's also, like, very coming of age. I was just saying this to... Microwave Girl's been watching it, like, for the first time. Between last week and today, she has started the entire series, and she's 2 episodes away from finishing the latest season. But I was just saying it to her, the other day, that, like... You start to care so much about just the interpersonal relationships and the, like, coming of age of all of these kids and their experiences, like, growing up, all the crushes and, like, dating and stuff. You start to care about it so much that you kind of forget about all the crazy other whacked out shit going on. Like the actors were so well chosen and the writing is so good that you forget all the other stuff. Just to keep it fresh. Like a parallel dimension of Canada? Yeah, maybe.